Hi, everyone, and welcome to the new episode of Adtech Talks. My name is Hamad Benjaloun. I'm the CEO and founder of Adlive. And today I'm talking with John Wynn from the Wynn Network to explore the hottest topics and trends in the market. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, my friend?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Thanks. I know it's very early for you in the morning, and I'm really happy for you to be joining us for this talk.
I'm glad to be here with you, my friend.
Okay. So please, could you share with us a little bit about your background, about the Wynn Network, and what you guys are doing in the industry?
You know what? I'm so excited to be talking to Paris this morning. I don't know what to do, but we're an OTT platform, which means over the top platform. We're streaming over 380 million homes worldwide. We are on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, iOS systems, Android systems, as well as the web app. You could go to web, Wynn Network web as well. And we're so excited that we are able to show content of inspiration and entertainment. So we're an inspiration and entertainment network. We have comedy, cooking shows, movies, faith-based sermons, and what have you, from London all the way to the Canada to Florida to Nevada, California. So we're a plethora of type of content, but our main focus is to be inspirational and entertaining all at the same time.
Okay, amazing, amazing. And when did the Wynn journey start?
I've been in the business over about 20 years. My father, he was the first African-American to start a television program, a preaching show in Reno, Nevada, in the 80s. And wow. So I got involved in watching him at, 11, 12 years old, watching him, and I got interested in the production part, the direction and the directors. And then later on, I got involved in television as well, and I did a little acting and what have you. So we started our own television inspirational program when I was 25. And then I quit, and then an opportunity came for me to start a network. So we jumped on it, and we were able to not only do this, but we also do movies. We're just finished shooting a third feature film called John Wynn 1 Hour. We have a couple of feature films on this on my network, as well as Tubi, Zumo, and Amazon Prime. So we're really excited of being able to be in this space.
Oh, that's amazing. And so I guess you started with the linear TV broadcast, and yes. How do you see the shift from linear TV to over OTT over the top?
I'm really looking at doing hybrid as well. We have a linear television, also channel 35.2 in the Central Valley, California area, as well as in Pensacola, that we're going to launch in January. What I realized is that the OTT digital platform was wonderful. When the pandemic hit, a lot of pastors or churches or people didn't have anywhere to go. And so we were fortunate to be able to stream as well as show programming on our digital platform. I think that the beauty of the digital is that you can take it everywhere. There was a big discussion in NABS one year, National Association of Broadcast. There was a discussion about the difference in the OTT platform versus the linear. And the problem that they saw that could happen is that if the internet shut down, you still need linear television. So with that concept and idea, we want to be, I guess, as a kind of like a Byron Allen. We want to go after the antennas as well as the digital, because we want to be all things to all and expand in all ways, because I think both of them are very necessity if the older group from 50 and up, they're not really digital savvy. So that serves that community. And for the younger from 18 to 40 serves the digital platform. So I like both of them. I think it's a great thing to be a hybrid for both areas.
Great. And in terms of revenue streams, how do you see the shift? What OTT allows you to do today to your group and maybe capture the revenues that were during the pandemic? How did you guys adapt to that specific shift in terms of inventory monetization?
We are a ad-based type of program, but we have subscription for new releases.
Okay.
So what we did, we were able to get ad response type of deals on the platform. So we have commercials within our programming to where if people see something they like, that serves as a revenue stream. Also, with the platform, we were able to sell streaming time to leaders and pastors. So we saw an increase in revenue by uh, uh, purchasing, having them purchase time for 2 days on streaming up to $1,000. So we saw the revenue stream through the pastors really be sufficient for us. So that's how we have managed to do both or all three types of ways of streaming.
What's the percentage of revenue that advertising has compared to a subscription model?
I think in the big game, 2024, it's estimated that everything will be ad-based. I think the streaming, the big boys has already taken that space, Netflix, Disney, the big boys. So I think they're going to always be a streaming and ad-based revenue stream because they're doing both. And if you don't want commercials, pay more. If you don't want commercials, so they're kind of being tricky with how they're doing their system. But I think, guys, there's so many streaming services coming abroad. I've been in the space for 4 years, and streaming is still only like maybe 9-10 years old. So it's still new. And so I think the revenue for ad base, getting the eyeballs, people sponsoring, I think that's probably going to be the best way and more lucrative way to go, because then you can get more eyeballs at any time. Like Tubi, I think Tubi's up to 30 million people. We have a couple of movies on Tubi. So I think Tubi's up to 30 million people now, ad base. But with their ad base, people are paying for the eyeballs instead of them waiting for the direct response like I have to do.
Yeah. And especially now that technology has solved a lot of issues that were blocking advertisers. A few years back, there was still some problem with the AVOD platforms where there were some issues with the ad stitching, and you would have your content stream and then like a white blank page and then some shady ad that comes not fitting into the screen, and that has been addressed by the major tech players, and this is also something that we do at Adlive. So what happened there that we noticed that between the beginning of the lockdown or the pandemic in April, March, and till the end of 2020, the subscription-based video decreased by more than 30%, because people at the beginning of the pandemic started subscribing to whatever channel or whatever platform that was offered to them. And then after a few months, they look at their bill and then they check and they barely use any of them. So they started removing a lot of them. And this is where AVOD players came into the game. So I totally share your point of view where like today, there's a huge potential market for AVOD platforms, especially that even media buyers are becoming smarter and more sophisticated by adding more, let's say, advanced campaigns targets for their OTT campaigns. Now they do conversion, they do call to actions, drive to store. So there's a lot of potential that is coming in the game.
You're right. And I totally agree. The call to action is what's very important. And again, competing, I told somebody, I realized in this space, I said, because I have several businesses, starting business is easy, selling product. Once people like it, they'll buy the product. That's the easy part. But in this space, it's all about branding, because you want people to connect to the brand in this type of space. The Netflix is a brand. The Walt Disney is a brand. So people are buying into those brands, and then the brands have the shows that you want. So really developing a great brand that people like to want to hang out at. Like the same difference as what, like they say, well, what's the difference in yours and the other people? What's the difference in ABC here in America and NBC and CBS? It's preference, but the brand set a preference or a standard of imagery that people like. And that's what we're trying to do. Develop that imagery for the brand that people feel good when they see it, when they hear it, they're inspired. So that's what really the real genius comes in this stuff, and really getting it.
And at the end of the day, you get more attention and you get more engagement, and that's more added value for your brands and clients.
Yes.
And in terms of like technical, I guess there there's a challenge from in moving from linear TV and linear TV monetization to OTT. What are the major technical challenges, or probably challenges related to how the industry works in terms of advertising and monetization?
Well, I think some of the challenges that you face is just awareness. I think that's one thing, showing people how to get on the platforms that maybe not internet savvy or digital savvy. From in linear, you just turn the TV on and you just change the channel, or you go to whatever you want to do. So I think the challenge is sometimes making sure the device is user friendly. And I think if you have a user friendly device that people can go to, and getting them the information, the audience the information to where they could go click, click, click. And if it's more than 3 clicks, they're not going to understand it over here. So you try to get people to say, just click 3 times, click on the site, click to sign in, and click and watch.
Yeah.
So three clicks and you're on. So I'm gonna have to use that in advertising. Click, click, click. It is
especially that those users are spend a lot of time on platforms that are crazy optimized, like Facebook, Instagram, and they're really getting impatient. So you have to to cope with them and match with the user experience they're delivering, because you're fighting for the same attention.
Yes. That's a good analogy. That's because they're impatient. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah, and this is why, like, we talk with our clients. Sometimes they come up with some specific campaigns, and we tell them, well, who your big competitor is? It's WhatsApp, it's Instagram, it's Netflix. They say, no, they're not in my industry. Of course they are, because you're fighting for the same eyeballs.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's exactly right.
Exactly. And if you look at your advertising sales, what were the major challenges you faced or you are facing for the OTT sales and advertising sales?
I think like I said, we do more direct response, and so the direct response is basically people that I allow them on free, and if people call the 1-800 number, then we get paid.
Okay.
And I think the having the right products, I think that's the challenge that we're seeing in the OTT platform, because some of the direct response are great for linear television because it's based on a certain audience, 50 and up. They got Medicaid here in the town. They're talking about old things that are people that are mature homes, if you have a home, something. So I think the challenge is really for us is getting a better ad on our network, something more user friendly, younger. I think that's what I'm seeing.
Okay. So you have your own sales team in-house for direct response?
We have a team that we have an agency that handles that for us.
Okay.
So we just call the agency and they send different commercials to us.
Okay. And for the programmatic stack you are using to manage your campaigns, which technology are you relying
on? What technology am I relying on?
Ad server, programmatic exchange.
Kind of ad server, kind of sort of, the connect television. So we have access to that, but we don't use that as much as we use just putting it within our own what they call waterfall. We have a waterfall system that we put the commercials in and just kind of do it themselves. So.
Okay, and you considered well, it's not header bidding, but like OTT unified auction or header bidding in OTT?
I'm not familiar with that.
Basically, when you're running a waterfall model, you set floor prices for each campaign, for each advertiser. But it's inefficient because of many things. Because first of all, you can time out, one of your campaigns doesn't show, and also if you have some advertiser that has a campaign, let's say for a $50 CPM, and you call that advertiser, maybe the next one you were calling on the waterfall for this specific campaign had $52 CPM, even if in average he was only paying 45, and you set a $45 CPM floor price for him. So that concept came probably around 2013 to the web industry, where publishers started introducing header bidding and started increasing the revenue, because all the advertisers, all the media buyers were getting the same ad request at the same time, and they were bidding at the same time. So you can think about it as a unified auction among all buyers.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you just get the highest bidder that displays his ad on your content. So for publishers, it's a huge increase in terms of revenue. And the technology has developed. Well, it's not header bidding, because before it was called header bidding because it was happening in the web header, the web page header. But
Right.
we have the same concept in OTT, where you have a universal auction that is done server side, and you still get that unified auction uplift in terms of revenue.
So basically, they're paying you a certain amount of money to run in the waterfall at a certain time of day.
You don't have a waterfall anymore. You don't have a waterfall. So you just put all your demand sources, all your partners, direct response, as well as real-time bidding, and you connect to different exchanges. And for every ad slot or ad pod that you have on OTT, you send them an ad request, and then all of them send their prices with their creative. And it's just, you run the auction on your ad server or your infrastructure, and then you display the ad that wins the bid. Okay. So for you, you guarantee that for each impression or for each video view, each ad pod, you get the highest bidder possible at this specific moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. So that goes to direct TV impressions and all that stuff. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Amazing. And in terms of content, do you have any specific recommendation for publishers who are just starting in OTT? I'm currently based in Dubai, and here in the Middle East, it's just the ecosystem of OTT just starting. There's not a lot of inventory. CDN costs are probably 3 to 4 times what they are in Europe or in the US. So it's a kind of a blocker for the moment. But there are other factors, and some publishers just didn't take the leap of faith. What would you say to publishers as like they're thinking to start their OTT business?
Well, I think OTT business is the way of the future. I think you need to get, if you're in advertising, if you're in the space of entertainment, this is the now, especially after the pandemic, when nobody could get to the movie theater, nobody could get out of their homes. They were looking for entertainment. And I really realized America is a large entertainment capital of the world, because I realized everything they shut down had to do with our entertainment, from the sports, restaurants, to movie theaters, to clubs, to church even.
Yeah.
And I think what that saved our country was the OTT platform. So I think anybody that is creative, that want to control their own fate and destiny in terms of getting their content in there and being able to publish their content and not be turned down by people telling me, no, I don't want your content on our platform. No, we don't want to watch you here. You can start your own actual platform and develop your own content and gather people that like what you're doing. So tell Dubai, I think we're in Dubai. You could get us in Dubai. So we're with you. So people can download the Wynn Network in Dubai, winnnetwork.com, and check us out. And we can watch us right there in Paris as well. In fact, in Paris, we have a rugby team on our network that lives in Paris. Sato, I can't even know it. It's I can't even say the name right. Excuse me I can barely read English, so let me see. It's
RC Toulon.
It's spelled let me see. She didn't put the name of the sports thing. Oh my goodness. She didn't put the name up here. Oh, here it is. It's in the corner here. So we have a rugby team actually out of Paris that sends content to us, and we air their content on our platform. So we
broadcast the content.
Yeah, we broadcast the content.
So do you have licenses directly with the major OTT platforms, like the Roku, Pluto, or you work with the third-party partners to do?
Third party has the lights, but now what they're doing there, they made you become no more third party. Apple,
Okay.
I'm direct with Apple. I'm direct with Google. Roku is the only one I think I still go through them, but now most of these, now there's no more third parties. I hire them to now work for me directly on our platform to set up different things. But yeah, so I think Roku is the only third party now because I go through everybody. No, because I don't remember getting anything from Roku, but I am now direct. I have to give them permission to work in my behalf on these different platforms. So that's how they're doing things now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So great. Any word you want to share with the community? Any message for your fans, for your viewers?
You know what? I'm interested too. I'm always interested in developing an international channel as well. We have access to do that for different people that want to put their content internationally that fits our platform, entertainment and inspiration. We would love to be like you, man, over there with you and hang out with you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, John. Let's work something out between you, here in the Middle East. I'm sure there's a lot to do.
Yeah, I would love to do that, man. I think that's great. And can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
How did you find us? How did you find the Wynn Network?
We're looking at industry leaders in the OTT space just to have conversations because I think it's a very challenging and promising time for us. And we went for the major networks, major technology platforms, and I'm having talks with the thought leaders in the industry, and this is how we found you guys, the Wynn Network.
Well, here's the rug. I don't know if you could see that. Can you see that?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, that's a rugby team. They've been around since 1910.
Okay.
So they're out of the France area or Paris area. Yeah. Yeah. So they're on our network.
Okay. Okay. So they're not in Paris.
Where they?
But yeah.
France.
I don't know. I don't think they play in League One, but
No.
that's amazing for them to have an OTT channel.
Yeah. Yeah. So we put them on their own station part.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, John. Thanks for your time. Thanks for taking it this early in the morning. And I hope to see you soon in Dubai.
Oh, I'd love to.
By the way, there's the World Expo here in Dubai. It's just amazing.
Expo.
Yeah, like it's a world exposition when you have pavilions for each and every country in the world, and they've done an amazing work here.
Man, well, please, I would love to come.
I'll share details with you.
All right, please. As long as you be my tour guide, I'll come anywhere.
Yeah. Sure thing. Thanks a lot, John. Thanks again. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.